Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this episode, I'm just going to give you a quick market update. Now, whatever I say in this video should not be considered financial advice. I'd advise you to do your own research before you buy any cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's just dive straight into the Bitcoin price. So as you can see here from the chart, this is Bitcoin on the weekly chart. As you can see, the price has just dipped below the bull market support band. Now, we did see a huge sell-off yesterday due to the conflict in the Middle East. But if we just zoom into the daily chart, we can see Bitcoin didn't get a nice reaction off the 200-day moving average. But overall, Bitcoin is holding up quite well. So we did see this local low in the start of August, then followed by this high and this higher low. And then we finally got the higher high. We broke above 65k, but now we are seeing a correction. And also, I'd like to point out, if you're a follower of this channel, I do like to take a look at the moon phase indicator. So if I just apply that here, as you can see, this is a new moon, and usually we do see a sell-off. It is quite good at calling local tops, so it called it here, here, here. So as you can see, it definitely does give you an edge on the market. So all in all, this is pretty much like a textbook correction after a breakout. So if we just get the Fibonacci retracement tool and we go from the bottom to the top right here, I do believe price action may come down to the 618. So that would bring the price action down to 58k level. And this is actually kind of lining up with some kind with support, as you can see here on this line here. So we could see price come down, touch this 618, and then get a bouncy reaction and off to the races again. All in all, though, we are seeing plenty of uncertainty due to the conflict in the Middle East. As you can see for the Bitcoin dominance chart, it is in this rising wedge here. Eventually it will top out and we will go into alt season. But I do believe that over the next few months, especially with plenty of uncertainty, I do believe that the Bitcoin dominance will still trend upwards, maybe towards the very end of the year. And we will likely see a breakdown then maybe in the start of next year, or maybe after the US elections. Also, we're seeing confluence in the USDT dominance chart. So this is in a nice uptrend. And usually this works inverse to the Bitcoin price. So as this one is in an uptrend, you do see weak price action coming from the crypto markets. And then also with the DXY. So the DXY is the US dollar index. And this looks like it wants to break out of this 101 price level. It's definitely showing some nice strength over the past few days. So we did see the missile strike yesterday. So Iran says it has concluded its actions unless Israel invites further retaliation. So we did see another tweet from Mario Nawfal here today. So Israeli plans strong response to Iranian attack. So this is obviously going to escalate things in the Middle East. So this is obviously not good for markets. So there is a lot of 3D chess going on here in the Middle East, and rumor has it that the Israelis are starting to target Iran's nuclear facilities. Now, maybe this is a plan they have ongoing with the United States. It is all yet to be seen, and it's all pretty much up in the air. So I do feel that this will take a while for it to play out. So there could be more downside for risk on markets like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So just be cognizant of that. So in other news, dock workers strike threatens US economy. So the dock workers strike could drag down US GDP growth by 4.5 billion to 7.5 billion each week. Up to 105,000 workers could be impacted, adding pressure to the already strained job market amid Fed scrutiny. So this is obviously going to be very, very bad for inflation. And we got to hope that this is resolved and they don't go on strike. A lot of this is to do with the dock workers are scared that they'll lose their jobs to AI. So this obviously is not good for risk on markets. This is more uncertainty. So obviously we hope this gets resolved very, very soon. So we also seen the debate between JD Vance and Tim Walz yesterday. So overall, it was a very good debate. I do believe that JD Vance probably won the debate. He's just very, very well spoken, but it didn't make much of an impact on Polymarket. As you can see here, Polymarket, the overall election is still neck and neck with a tie of 49% between Trump and Harris. So again, this is more uncertainty on the market. I do believe that if Trump does get elected, that is not priced in the crypto markets. And I do believe if he does get elected, I do believe cryptos will skyrocket just because of Trump's involvement in cryptocurrency over the past few weeks. He's been very, very pro crypto. He even launched his own cryptocurrency just a few days ago. So overall, there is some good news on the horizon. We do see that China is pumping money into their economy. Obviously, we knew their economy hasn't been doing well, but China tells bank to cut rates on mortgages by 0.05%. We also see that the Chinese stock market has gone parabolic this week. It's up 20% in the past 5 days. The government is injecting $140 billion worth of stimulus, and there's multiple rate cuts. The last 5 days have been insane. Along with this, we do have Fed Chair Powell growing confidence, inflation is cooling, and more rate cuts is possible. I did see that Jerome Powell was speaking on Monday, and he did suggest that there probably is 2 more rate cuts coming this year. He did also say that the unemployment rate was a better indicator at predicting a recession compared to GDP. So we do have the unemployment rate coming out this Friday. So all eyes on that. And we would like to see that the unemployment rate does stabilize, because if we do see it continue to uptick, that will spook investors and make them believe that we are heading towards a recession. As well as that, I did see this tweet from Zero Hedge. Japan's incoming Prime Minister Ishiba says we will deploy fiscal stimulus if needed. So there you have the top 3 biggest economies in the world pumping money into the economy. So this is obviously very, very good for risk on assets. So this is obviously going to take time for it to play out fully. Just because they change monetary policy doesn't mean that everything is going to skyrocket all at once, but it is good for risk on assets in the long term. Now, if we do look at this chart, this is the global money supply. And as you can see here, it is starting to go parabolic. We did see in the previous bull market where the global money supply did top out back in 2021. And I do believe that we are on the course to surpass this previous high back in 2021. So you can only imagine what that will do to risk on assets. There has been some confusion about the FTX distributions. So there was a lot of people on Twitter saying that they were going to happen this week, but here are the facts. So on October 7, 2024, court hearings will take place to confirm FTX Chapter 11 plan of reorganization. If approved, it will pave the way for repayments to begin. Post-hearing payments are expected to occur following additional hearings scheduled for October 22nd and November 20th and December 12th, 2024. Distributions would start within 60 days of the plan becoming effective, but only for claimants above 50,000. Bigger claimants will get distributions in Q1 2025 at the earliest. So we won't see any of this liquidity enter the market until Q1 of next year. And so in other news, we do have the Bitcoin ETF flow. So we did have a bad day yesterday. We did see an outflow of over $242 million. And today so far we are seeing more red in the charts, but we haven't got an update from Bitrise or BlackRock yet. So overall, we did have a really good week last week, but I do believe just because of the trouble in the Middle East, we are seeing a lot of investors de-risk a little bit. So overall, the markets are a little bit choppy and there is a lot of uncertainty. So does this mean that October is cancelled? No, not really. So we're only 2 days into October. A lot can happen over the next few weeks. Overall, I do believe that the risk does remain to the downside, especially with all this uncertainty in the markets. I would trade with caution. I try not to use much leverage. Overall, I'm just sitting on my hands. I do plan to add to more of my positions if we do see some lower prices. And I'm also starting to look into farm some more airdrops just while the market is still very uncertain. I will be coming out with an airdrop video very, very soon. So stay tuned. So that is your update on the markets. If you got value of this one, please go down, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.